Hi everyone, it's Andrew here to give you a Tuesday thought. And this is a real deep thought. See, the world we're living in at the moment doesn't seem particularly safe. We've just kind of come out of COVID and out of lockdown, and our lives are just starting to feel a bit normal again. And then suddenly, Russia invades Ukraine and everything just feels scary. Suddenly you've got Putin saying, let's get the nuclear weapons sorted. And when you hear things like that, you don't think, I'm going to plan my holiday, or I feel really relaxed or really happy. Actually, you feel quite anxious. On top of that, prices of living are going up, and you might find your parents are getting a bit worried and nervous, and suddenly you might not find there isn't quite the same food in the house, and bills are getting more and more expensive, and people are a bit worried. So I want to bring a word today, a thought to you today, that actually is a little bit caring of you. See, Jesus talks about anxiety and fear, and he says in Matthew 6, verse 25, he says this, therefore I tell you, don't be anxious about your life, what you eat or what you drink, nor about your body, what you'll put on. Is not life more than food and the body more than clothing? Now actually Jesus in this passage goes on and says 3 times, do not be anxious, do not be anxious, do not be anxious. The trouble's this, if I'm told not to be anxious, or do not worry, or don't be fearful, my instant reaction is, why? There must be something to be fearful of! There must be something to be worried about. It's really interesting. Our dogs, we've got 3 dogs. We've got a big Great Dane, we've got an Irish Wolfhound who's only got 3 legs, and we've got an Old English Sheepdog. Now, Grace, the Irish Wolfhound, when it comes to meal times, is a little bit nervous. And so she eats her food quite quickly, but if one of the other dogs has finished their food and walks out, she will walk away from her food and let that dog come and eat it, because she's nervous, she's scared. But if I'm there, if I'm standing there, she will just eat because she knows she's got nothing to fear. See, the Bible tells us this, that Jesus says, don't be anxious, don't be anxious, don't be anxious. Why? Because he actually says, look at the world around you. We're coming into spring now, everything's coming back to life. You'll see all the wildlife. Look at it and think, oh, that's beautiful, amazing. God provides for every single one of those animals. But not only that, Jesus then says, but consider this, you are worth more than all those animals. You are the pinnacle of God's creation. He loves you. He thinks you're fantastic. And I'm actually saying to you, look, if I provide for the birds of the air, if I provide for the flowers and provide all this, how much more am I going to care for you? I'm there for you. And then it says this, look, consider, and then seek the kingdom of God. Actually, think, do you know what? There's a God who actually cares for me. There's a God who's interested in my life, not just now, but for eternity. Therefore, I don't need to be anxious because just like the dogs, if I'm there, Grace will eat because she knows she's got nothing to fear. If you know there's a God who cares for you, whatever else is going on, you would know this. The only one who can end the world is God. No one else. No one else has got the authority. You can be peaceful, so you don't need to worry. You don't need to be anxious. You don't need to be fearful. You can make plans. You can live today. And you can know there is a God who cares for you, who provides for you, who clothes you, and who knows you and knows what you want. Bless you. Take care. Bye.
Thank you.